What do they want? Money? Status? Fast, expensive cars? What is the ultimate male fantasy? Is it fame? Fortune? 3 hot chicks at once? Hell yeah, brother. No, according to men on the internet, it's something a little more simple.
I haven't seen this.
This is literally just a fetish. I fucking hate men so much. Men are why we can't have nice things.
Bro, it's Hose Mad O'Clock. How the fuck does this happen? Where do these people come from? Jesus!
As I was working on an upcoming video, I made the terrible mistake of logging onto Twitter, where I saw this post.
Yeah,
a
nice
montage
post
from the anime Josie, the Tiger, and the Fish, a movie about a college student who's assigned to take care of a paraplegic girl, and spoiler, eventually they fall in love.
Wow.
Many men were yearn posting in the replies of this tweet and talking about how they wish to fall in love and would love a relationship like this.
Sure,
while
obviously.
many others, mostly women, were absolutely f***ing disgusted at this. Why would a bunch of men be fantasizing
You've
about—
got to understand that the reason why a lot of girls are on the internet, like, this is something I came up with in my WoW guild, is that we had a really cute girl in our guild, and I said, okay, great, that's nice. And then my friend came up, he said, why do you think she's here? I said, what do you mean? He says, why do you think that there's no guy that's hanging out with her, that wants to be around her, if she's so hot? And I said, why? He says, because she's crazy. She's nuts. That's why she's on this game all day. This girl stole gold out of the guild bank, and when I called her out on it, she said she was stealing it to see if I still cared about the guild. It was one of the craziest reads that I've ever heard in my life. So anytime I see somebody like that on the internet, I always think about that time.
Being with a woman in a wheelchair seems pretty creepy and predatory, right? Also just unrealistic and problematic.
No, it's not predatory at all. People in wheelchairs have absolute autonomy and they get to make decisions for themselves. The entire idea that you can't consent to things in a wheelchair is infantilizing to people that are disabled. Even somebody who's quadriplegic and has to communicate through a mouthpiece is still a human being, and they still get to make decisions for themselves. It's not like they aren't people. Of course they're people. And you see, like, the foundation of this is just so gross.
Well, in this video, we are going to be talking about why so many men resonated to that clip and this movie, and why so many people are so confused as to why. We're also going to be reading some absolutely unhinged tweets, as usual, to get to the bottom of why such a wholesome post turned into, once again, another battlefront for the ongoing, never-ending gender war.
It's women that have, like, all of the girls that go and they say this shit. It's just they have bad, like if you ask a girl that makes one of these posts and you go, how's your relationship with your dad? How's your uncle? How is your last boyfriend? Why did you and your first boyfriend break up? Those 4 questions will answer almost every single time the reason why they're making those bad posts. They will.
Women versus men, the male loneliness epidemic, the female loneliness epidemic, the dealing with dating apps. Do men prefer thin women or curvy women? Brunettes or blondes? Do women like dad bods or fit men?
Jesus
Do they like
Christ.
beards or clean shaven? Oh yeah, that reminds me. Let's quickly get into today's sponsor, Henson Shaving.
What is this?
You ever just accept that some products are just garbage? Like, for years I thought ripping your tights on the first wear was just a part of being a human woman. We just accepted that. That's just how it is, sweetie. But that shouldn't be how it is. It's a bad design. And that's why I like Henson Shaving. Because if you've ever used a multi-blade razor, you're probably sick of the irritation, the razor burn, the overpriced blades, and you probably think,
Yeah, I do that a lot, bro. I could shave in a minute. Now, there'd be blood everywhere, but I could do it.
that's just the way it is.
Sometimes that's the cost.
But it doesn't have to be how it is. Thanks to Henson Shaving. Henson Shaving is on a mission to improve shaving, with no gimmicky subscriptions or moisturizing strips, but with real innovation and a focus on your skin's health. What really sets Henson apart is their engineering, with their Henson AL-13 safety razor being manufactured in an aerospace machine shop that built parts for the International Space Station.
Wait, so you're what the?
This precision allows the blade to extend just 1/1000th of an inch beyond the shave plane, less than the thickness of a human hair. The razor prevents any bouncing or skipping, resulting in an irritation-free shave every time. And here's the best part. Once you invest in a Henson razor, it's a lifetime purchase. The only thing you'll need to replace are the blades, which literally cost only 10 cents each. So once you own the razor, you'll be spending like $3 to $5 on blades, compared to the ongoing cost.
It's actually a good deal. I'll be real, it is a good deal.
Buying expensive plastic cartridges. Henson's store offers a variety of colors and even a titanium version, so you can pick the razor that best fits your style. So if you're tired of razor burn and overpaying for blades, now is the perfect time to make the switch. Just head over to hensonshaving.com/shoe and add both a Henson razor and the 100 blades to your car, and then enter code SHOE at checkout to get the 100 blades for free with your purchase. Your skin, your wallet, and your environment will thank you.
Damn.
Big thanks to Henson Razor for sponsoring this video, and thank you, the viewer, for not skipping the ad. You didn't skip the ad, right? Now, let's get back to the video.
Yeah, I didn't even know that. Damn, it's $100. I don't know how much of this. I didn't even notice.
I'm not an anime connoisseur. In fact, I basically know nothing about anime. I am probably the most tourist of all the tourists. Yeah, hi. I have a question. Was the upskirt shot necessary in order to advance the plot?
Yes.
I watched Pokemon and Sailor Moon when I was a kid, and a few years ago I watched Beastars on Netflix. Legoshi, Best Boy, not a furry, by the way. And honestly, that's about it for my anime consumption. Unless you're counting VTubers. If you're counting VTubers, I watch a lot of anime. But because of this clip going viral, I watched Josie the Tiger and the Fish, and, well, thought it was a good movie. I recommend watching it. I thought it was a really cute, good story. I only cried a little bit. And I completely understood what the tweet meant by calling it the average male fantasy. So, what was wrong with it? Why did this clip go so viral?
Because women go and they look at that clip and then they impose their own personal unresolved trauma onto the clip. And they have to let it out. And so they're on Twitter and that's what they do. That's the reason why. I'll tell you, that's what it is.
Thousands of people angry at this post. Well, let us dilly-dally no longer and read some of these angry replies to get a better understanding of what the issue is, shall we? Wholesome male fantasy, and it's fetishizing a disabled girl for him to control. Oh no.
What the hell do you mean?
Oh God.
Really?
Why? Always vulnerable,
nasty.
Always happy, always needs you.
Always happy. So what is this always happy? Like, what do you think, a guy wants to date a bitch? Like, absolutely not. They don't want to date. And this is the thing. Like, have you ever been around, like, one of these girls that, like, every time, like, there's always something wrong. There's always some sort of issue, some unresolved, like, complaint. There's something that happens, right? Always angry. Jesus, bro, there's some people that find the good in the bad, and there's some people that find the bad in the good. That's these people right here.
Be perverted. Where are these fan fictions coming from? There were like hundreds of tweets just like this.
Simple. Her bad experience with her boyfriend in senior year of high school. That's where they're coming from.
Did they see a cute montage of a happy couple, a man and a woman happy, together? I know, unheard of. Why did they see that and then immediately come to these conclusions? Like, as someone who actually watched the movie, Josie is not always happy. And she's absolutely not portrayed as some, like, vulnerable, ooh-woo, sex doll waifu. She's boisterous, she kind of has a foul mouth, she's very sassy and headstrong. She, like, straight up calls him her servant. But she was also very depressed. She basically never left her house. She was basically a girl failure. As a former girl failure, I love to see representation in media. But they actually show her disability, like, not in a good way. Like, they don't romanticize it, they don't sugarcoat it. And I noticed, unlike a lot of movies, unlike a lot of romance movies, at least, like, the Hallmark kind, where it's, like, the stuffy male lead learning to live life from the quirky, cute female lead.
Yeah.
He's already got his shit together. And she learns to live life from him. He encourages her to live her dreams. And in return, he learns to live life in a completely different way. And
See, people like this. This is the reason. This is why media sucks now in like Western media, and especially American media, is that every form of Western media is some type of lecture. It's some type of propaganda. It's some type of angle or something like that. Bro, that shit drives me crazy. Oh my God.
I thought that was really cool and sweet. Also, the animation was really good. Is anime good? Have I been sleeping on anime this entire time?
I did the same thing. I quit watching anime after my friend made me watch some bullshit anime, and I didn't come back until I saw Berserk. And then I thought to myself, maybe I don't have to watch anime that's in a high school. That shit's cringe. But I did watch Dan to Dan, and that was very good too. So, you know, I'm a little bit more reasonable now. But I stopped watching anime for 10 years because of that.
See is that she becomes permanently disabled and helplessly dependent on him, but can still make him a sandwich. Sounds about right.
What are you talking about? What do you mean?
Oh my God, after watching the movie, these tweets are even more insane. But even putting the movie aside, just seeing that like cute montage out of context.
Making a sandwich.
Are they getting this? These are very clearly just two happy people. But because the caption was the average male fantasy, their mind immediately goes to the darkest, worst faith interpretation of this.
That's right.
These people can't see any humanity in men. They can't see any humanity in
because they hate men. That's the reason why. Like, everybody is like, why do people believe this dumb thing? Because they're dumb. That's the reason why. It's not complicated.
In general, average male fantasy equals a girlfriend with no agency who's completely physically dependent.
You know what my favorite part about all these comments is? The implicit assumption that disabled people are just these like invalid dolls that just get pushed around by somebody else with a mission.